destroyed and biohazard team neutralized. Mission accomplished.
Fuck me.
An agent is no longer in your group.
Get a decent place. Okay, so let's have a look at the stats again. 98 kills, which was more than the person running in like a fucking nutter. 261k damage, accuracy 48%, but then again that's not too bad across the board because I was firing from distance quite a bit. We had damage taken 9.5 million. Deaths 0, weak points destroyed, armor piece destroyed. Damage dealt to named enemies 18,287,000. Skill damage dealt, which yeah, whatever. Amount healed 13,000. That's obviously due to my unbreakable. Let's scroll down a bit more. Headshot kills not 41. Team kills 98. So yeah. Healing received 13 million. Yeah, that's bonkers. Well, this is my raid build and general PvE build. It can be improved on, but obviously as you've seen in the video, it can be. But yeah, peace out. Take care. Bye bye. Well, hello people. I thought to bring my variation to the raid build and general PvE build that I use. It hits hard. It's not got the general talents like Unstoppable Force or actually on the ropes or Spotter. It's just pure damage, to be honest. As you can see, I am running the Eagle Bearer. Obviously, you know where to get that from. It's from the raid. 10% chance from the end crate and 1% chance from each boss. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So my Eagle Bearer is currently sitting at 30.2k. Talents on the Eagle Bearer are Eagle Strike, accuracy increase as you continuously fire up to 100%, which is quite good. Headshot kills grants 100% reload speed and 35% damage, and the tenacity buff for 10 seconds. The strength of tenacity is increased by 1% for body shots and 5% for headshots. Tenacity basically is 20 to 80% of the damage. I'm going to go a bit further. Why did I go too far for? Thank you. 20% to 80% of the damage taken is delayed until the buff expires. So it's like the Division 1 talents. Exactly the same, to be honest. All the total delayed damage is reduced for each enemy killed, while the buff is active for up to 100% within 5 with 5 kills. So if you kill five people, obviously once you've got the buff active, you take any damage, you don't get any damage. Pretty straightforward. Protector and fire, while holster gain 10% bonus armor while firing your current weapon. Okay. It's okay, but yeah, I don't want to use it with this, to be honest. Secondary is my AK. Now it could be better. The roll could be a bit better on that. But I've got close and personal, killing a target within 7 meters grants 50% weapon damage for 5 seconds. And Allegro, rate of fire 10%, which is obviously good on an AK because they're quite slow firing, to be honest. And Rooted. I would prefer, where is it? I would prefer in Rhythm on there as the final talent, because it synergises quite well getting skills and that back. But it is what it is. It's what you find at the moment. Mods are damage to elites, 8%, large optic, 7.62 magazine plus 20 rounds and minus 20%, 10% reload speed, long underbarrel, 10% stability, and muzzle slot, 7.62, 5% damage to elites, just to give it a bit more stability, because the AK does kick quite a bit, to be honest. Sidearm, I don't really use it for anything, to be honest, apart from the bottom talent, which is stop, drop and roll. While equipped, rolling and remove burning, bleed and poison status effects can occur once every 60 seconds, so it's quite good. So let's go into the pieces. As I said, it's not perfect. It could be better. There's one more piece I am looking for to make it better because my backpack is lacking a bit, but I'll go through that in a second. So I've got an RNK mask, which gives me 10% hazard protection for 1, 43% damage to elites, which is the highest mask I've got so far, and 5,613 health, which isn't a major thing. I've got another mask down here which has, it might be a mustache actually. It has, I've got another 43% there, but it's got health on there instead, which is more health. I think it's got about 12,000 health on there. And the talent I've got in there is hard hitting, 10% damage to elites. My chest piece is a Starket breastplate, yeah, whatever those. Using 2-piece Giller, so I get 5% total armor and 20% hazard protection. Stats on the chest piece are 24.3 health, 15.97 armor, and 13% weapon damage. You see where I'm starting to stack weapon damage now. Unbreakable is the talent, because if you're doing the raid on any other heroic, which is a couple of obviously videos of footage I've got for you in the video, you really want Unbreakable because the NPCs hit so hard that you just need to actually have a second life in a way. It has saved me occasionally. Don't get me wrong, I've gone down a couple of times, but you know, it is what it is. 70% of max armor is repaired when your armor kit is your armor is depleted. Armor kits used within 7 seconds are not consumed. Why you'd want to do that anyway, but anyway, it does synergize well with the actual specialization I've got anyway. Requires 11. I've got 12, so I could get rid of 1, and then go from there. My slots mods, I've got a 5,460 armor with 3% total armor and 438 armor regeneration. I am looking for better mods. Offensive gear mod is weapon damage, LMG damage, and assault rifle damage. As I said, I am looking for a better mod on that, but it's still 5.5% assault rifle damage overall. And I've got another mod which gives me a percentage armor, 3,945 armor and 4.5% armor. Explosive resistance, not so much needed. As I said, I am looking for better mods. Knee pads, Jackrabbit, because if you want to run a decent damage build, then ideally it's best to have Jackrabbit. And I'll go through that in a second. I've got armor on kill, which is quite nice as well, especially when you shoot the red bar NPCs, because you can burst them down quite quickly. And if they're firing you, then you obviously can get the armor back. 34 health. I have got a holster here. There you go, with 41. So I might try and get that onto there. It depends on whether it's capped or not. For some reason it says some stuff is capped. The mods I have in it are 0.5% weapon damage, 5% assault rifle damage, and 3% SMG damage. So the SMG damage is just negated because I don't use SMGs, but it's still another 5.5% overall assault rifle damage. And then I've got 1% weapon damage, 4% assault rifle damage, so another 5% there, and then 1% damage to armor, which doesn't show in the actual damage stats, but obviously it does do damage against the NPCs, which you can see, because my Eagle Bearer sits currently at 30.2, and if I hit a red bar NPC on the body shot, it's about 34, 35k. So, backpack is one of the pieces I could improve on, but it was what I found, and it is what it is at the moment. But it's a Badge of Tough, which gives you first talent 7% damage to elites, which if I had another backpack with the same sort of stats, then with hard hitting on, then I get an extra 3% damage to elites, which obviously I am looking for. Gives me 24,329 health, 3.5% armor, 4.5% weapon damage, and another 9,264 health. So that's where I'm getting my quite a lot of my health from, to be honest. Mods I've got on there is 1.5% weapon damage, 1% damage to armor, and 4% assault rifle damage. So obviously another 5.5% assault rifle damage. And we're going to gloves. It's a Murakami gloves, which give me an 8% health. I've got another mask which gives me, I think it's 30% health protection, so I get another 40% in total if I had that on. But I just literally wanted it for hard hitting. So, no, mask. Yeah, ignore what I just said. It's been a long day. Gives me 3% health and 12% assault rifle damage, which is the max roll on assault rifle damage, and also hard hitting. And the last piece of the pie, in a way, is a pair of Fenris Group knee pads. First talent, it gives you 10% assault rifle damage. There's another 10% assault rifle damage for my build. 13,000 armor, and then we've got hard hitting and patience. Patience is good because basically if you synergize that with armor and kill, you're sitting in cover quite a lot of the times. You're getting heal armor back from this, plus when you make a kill against a red bar, you're getting more armor on top of that, so you can get back to full armor quite quickly, to be honest. Specialization I'm using is the gunner, which obviously people know what the gunner is now, well they should anyway. But my skills I'm using, which are just literally to pick me up or give me some burst heal if need be, I'm using the Reviver Hive and the Chem Launcher. Mods I won't go into because basically there's not enough skill power on the build to actually do these mods to unlock the actual skill the skill attachments. So it is what it is. So I'm currently sitting at 287k health, armor, sorry, and 112k health. Stats wise, so I've got 30.2 weapon damage. Crit chance I'm not looking for. Crit damage, same again. Headshot damage is quite good. I would prefer a bit more headshot damage on there, but obviously it would negate some weapon damage more than likely, so, or some damage to elites. So obviously overall I have 22% all weapon damage, 54% assault rifle damage, and 17% LMG damage, which it just comes from that one mod and the gunner specialization tree. Other than that, armor on kills 10%, so I get 10% once I get a kill. I get 10% of my armor back, which is quite good. So 10% of obviously that, still quite good. Health regen 56k, hazard protection 30%. With my other mask, I can get it up to 70, which I switch on for the raid. So I pop that on. I lose 9% damage to elites, but I get 60% hazard protection. I pop that on the second room of the raid. As you can see, my damage to elites on my Eagle Bearer is 80%. So I switch to my AK, it's 93%. So I've nearly got 100% damage to elites on the AK, which is quite good because obviously it does, it does slow fire. Yeah, a couple of people have basically asked me to put this video out, what my stats are and so forth, and there they are. As I said, I am looking ideally
Agent in need of backup. Backup.
for a pair of Alps Summit climbing gloves, similar to these, but I want them with hard hitting on them, because then I can put a fencing mod slot there. It only drops my health by what, 3k. My armor goes down because there's less armor on this pair of gloves anyway. So, but if I can get an Alps Summit gloves with hard hitting on, if it's possible, I haven't really looked if you can, then yeah, even more damage basically. So, but no, I'll put the video up. I hope you like the footage. It's basically Roosevelt Island challenging. Sorry, no, hard hitting. God, I need to go to sleep. Heroic. And yeah, there's also stats afterwards. We did Tidal Basin as well afterwards, Heroic, and yeah, I'll show the stats. It hits like a tank, this build does. I know at the moment obviously it's quite hard to find certain things, but yeah, if you're lucky then you'll get the stuff. I'm not lucky in some cases, so it's swings and roundabouts basically. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like it, hit that thumbs up and sub. Cheers, bye bye.